So let's talk about Crown Point, because you and Nelson are both heavily involved with Crown Point Community Theater. They have a Halloween treat for everybody. It is opening on October 21st and running through November 6th. It's Crown Point Community Theater presents Little Shop of Horrors, which everybody loves this show, right? All right. Well, Matt's playing the plant, right? You're playing Audrey II.
Yes, yeah. I am the voice of Audrey II, and I say specifically the voice because
I know you can't vote for yourself, but could you essentially get a Best Actress nomination?
Well, not actress, actor. Possibly, yes. It is.
Audrey II is a girl, though.
It's a plant. The plant is...
This is 2016.
Yeah.
Okay,
is 2016.
Audrey is a very, very applicable name for any kind of gender you identify with.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
I sit corrected. Thank you, Nelson.
As far as category, I could get nominated for voice acting, I suppose. There is also the category that we call Viewer's Choice, which is kind of for the things that there is no formal place where it could go. Mm-hmm. For example, we have a lot of puppetry that is involved in Little Shop of Horrors with several different sized puppets to give the effect of the plant. And if somebody really felt that that was just phenomenal, then they could nominate the plant puppeteers for their job.
Oh, yeah.
Or they could nominate the plant just by itself, puppeteers and voice together as a unit, because that really, the voice is great. I'm having a great time doing it. But my voice is nothing without the three people that are operating the puppets at various times, making it really form the words and form the illusion, making it take shape as a character on stage.
Right.
Because theater
did they build the puppets, or
Andrew Crane actually built the puppets for the production, and the cast and crew have helped to supplement his initial construction with additional decoration and accoutrements to make it really fill the stage by the end of the show.
Oh, yeah.
Audrey II is out to take over the world,
and
which really does take over the stage.
For a space like Crown Point, I mean, you can play with that. I mean, like have
it's
the
a very
vines
intimate
like
space
covering the audience.
It's a very intimate space, so you're up close and personal no matter where you are in the house, because there's a little over 50 seats in the house. Beforehand, because it is actually based on an old B-movie film.
It's a Roger Corman film.
Right. In the lobby, they're actually they have posters up from various B-movies, and before the show, we kind of set the stage by having, we have a bit of an act curtain that is set up as part of the set that gets drawn back at strategic times, but it's a white drop curtain that makes things look like an old cinematic screen at the beginning, and you're stepping into a movie theater and seeing clips and hearing sounds from old movies, old B-film horror movies.
Well, that's kind of how
to really
Mike
set up the
started off Night of the Living Dead. He's got basically like trailers, like if you were at the drive-in, trailers from B-movies, and we're seating people in the audience, and there's these screams from these various movie clips going on while the
but it's a fun show. It's been a stretch for me to not really be on stage, but have to create the character purely through my voice.
Well,
which
and
I've done voice acting before. But to do that for a live theatrical production and not for something that's produced specifically for radio or for a cartoon or something of that nature.
Where you get like 100 takes if you need it.
Right. To do it right in that moment as if you were on stage with everything, it is totally different. And to inhabit the character of kind of a slightly sassy, foul-mouthed R&B singing plant. I'm a classically trained vocalist, so my professor in college always said, "Matthew, if you are trained the proper way, then you will be able to do almost anything any day." And actually, the man was I kid you not, he was just shy of 7 foot tall Norseman. That had that big booming, yes, he was. Had that big booming voice and sounded just like what I did. And I'm really pushing that to the limit because instead of singing something that's a classical style, like an opera or classic Broadway, this is definitely of the line of jazz, rhythm and blues. There's some moments that
and it's got great music.
Oh yes,
Howard Ashman and Alan Menken, who went on to do Little Mermaid and reinvigorate the Disney princess.
Yes,
Beauty and the Beast. Aladdin, I think, was the last one that Howard Ashman worked. And then they brought in Tim Rice, but they have and Alan Menken's career is still just going and going and going.
Right.
You know, with what was the princess film Enchanted.
And yes.
You know, his career just keeps going.
And
going
this was
going.
one of his earlier works that really took off Broadway, and then about 10 years ago was actually put on Broadway for the first time. It's become kind of a cult classic, and because it is based on a horror film.
Well, the movie was a cult classic, and it had
you
know, they've had young Jack Nicholson in there, you know, playing the.
He was the dental patient in the original movie.
The masochist. Yes.
Which the funny thing is, in the movie, Jack Nicholson was actually a patient who was a masochist, and he wanted the dentist, who was actually very mild-mannered, to basically do anything and everything to give him pain.
Yeah.
That morphed when they did the musical into a dentist
who is a sadist,
and just is out to and knows it and makes sure that everyone knows it. It's like, what if Elvis was out to create problems for everybody? Is essentially the way the dentist character is played in the show.
Yeah, he's a little Elvis-y, you know, with the motorcycle jacket and all of that.
Yeah, definitely the 60s rebel persona.
And I think they kind of incorporated that too in the musical too, because the three backup singers are kind of like they're very much like the girl groups of the time, the Supremes and such. And as you watch the girls carefully throughout the production, they kind of function as a Greek chorus. They propel the action, and we do have some very talented actors that are involved in the show. Who all's in the cast? Let's talk about that.
Well, we have Stephanie Stahlbaum is playing Audrey, and Justin Treasure is Seymour, who is the young man who works in the plant shop and discovers Audrey II and raises this creature from another world. We have Chuckles Brady is on stage as Mr. Mushnick, the store owner, and he's doing a wonderful portrayal that you can tell by the name Mushnick that he can go and throw some wonderful Yiddish interpretations to his lines. And I'd say our catch-all person in the cast is Grant Fitch, who's playing the dentist and a bunch of other minor roles throughout the show. The three girls, oh shoot, I'm forgetting all of their names. One of them is Maddie Breford, who is actually the director's daughter. The other two, I'm drawing a blank, and that's awful. I hate to.
So maybe you'll get a text.
Yeah, I will probably. If they're listening to me later, they're going to say, "How did you forget this?"
Yeah, they're going to beat you up.
But
they just send you with a playbill, Matt. So
yeah. Well, I've been working with these people long enough that I remember first names, but and I'm good with faces. I recognize faces, but names I have awful times remembering. So my apologies to my castmates. But the full list is actually online at cpct.biz if you want to see a full cast list.
And
I
if
won't
you want
pull
to
it
get
up right now, but
if you want to contact Crown Point Community Theater, or CPCT as the cool kids are calling it, you can call them at 219-805-4255, or like Matt said, go visit them at cpct.biz.
Yes,
you can order online tickets.
Yes, online tickets are available. The theater is actually located behind the Jewel on Main Street there. It's off of Maryville Road in Crown Point, 1125 Maryville Road is the address.
It's the Jewel of Crown Point.
Well, we like to think that the theater is anyway.